Welcome to another Real Fishing Tackle review, and this video we're going to be talking about the Deeper Pro. Hi, welcome. If it's the first time you've come across my channel and you like these type of videos, then you may want to think about subscribing. If you're already a subscriber, don't forget to hit the bell icon and you'll never miss another video. In the comments section, let me know if you own the Deeper Pro or how you would use it in your fishing. So the Deeper Pro, it's been around for about a year, and kindly Deeper sent me one of these units about 6 months ago, and I've been using it in my fishing on and off, not all the time, now and again, and I must say I quite like it. So I'm going to run through a few of the features, what it is, how to set it up, and how you can either use it or not use it in your own fishing. Don't worry about missing any of these points or missing anything. I'll put everything in the description below in the comments section, so you'll be able, once you finish watching the video, you'll be able to go and click on there, links to the Deeper website, any more details that you might need to look up after you've watched the video. So what is the Deeper Pro? Basically it's a sonar. If you're going to France and you go out in your boat and you've got your sonar on there and you're looking for your spots and all that type of thing, well, this is a refined version of that in a round ball that's castable from the bank. I mean, you can use this also. There's an attachment for a boat, and there's other like kayak and things like that, like they use in America. They use these all over Europe and all over the world, really. So I first come across the Deeper Pro when I went to France about, back last year. And a guy I was fishing with, we was fishing away, and there's fish jumping on a spot, and the next day we're still there and we haven't had no bites. So he got the Deeper out, cast over it, was pulling it back, and he showed me on the screen. I was like amazed the quality of the screen and the quality of how it's defining the bottom. There was a little bar that came up, so we clipped it up, clipped the rods out, pinged them out there, and it landed just behind this bar, and we had a couple of fish. It was brilliant, you know. I thought this is a real good tool to use. You know, it could come in handy. So what is the Deeper? Now the Deeper is a sonar. What that basically is that goes out into the lake and it bounces rays down into the ground of the lake, bounces back up, and it measures that distance and it maps out detailed contour of the bottom, or any bars or any snags or any weed or any fish that are in between the Deeper and the bottom. It gives you a graph, it gives you, it gives you a readout of what's out in front of you, whether it's before a session, during a session, or after a session. You know, you can even walk round and map it out. You know, all those little nooks and crannies and little holes and bars and weed, and it will show up on the app. It really is really high quality HD graphics on there, and it really does give a, it really does map out the swim for you. I was really surprised. So how does it work? How are we going to connect it? First of all, what I'd say is make sure you've got a rod for the job. So a spodding rod is ideal, with braid on there and like a 50-pound shock leader. Connect it to one of the rings which are supplied with the Deeper. Another thing that they said to me was don't connect it to the very top one. Connect the little ring to the side one and then connect your line with a little cover over it. Now how are we going to use that in our fishing? First thing you do is you download an app onto your phone. Then what we do is we connect the Wi-Fi from the phone to the Deeper. Now a little tip there I'll give you is that when I first started using the Deeper, connecting it up, casting it out, it would drop the signal after like 10 seconds. I'd be reeling in, plotting the bottom of the swim, looking for any features or weed or whatever, and it'd be dropping a signal. So I thought, that's strange, it can't be working right. So I contacted Deeper and they said, have I got my mobile data turned on? Well, I said yes. They said turn that off, because what's happening is the phone and the Deeper unit is connecting up, and then what the phone's trying to do is trying to connect to the internet, and it's dropping a signal every now and again, making life pretty difficult. So I turned that off and it's worked a dream ever since. So there's a little tip there for you. We cast it out into the lake, any likely looking areas that we want to map out. Get our phone and we put it to the side, or we put it on a bucket, and we slowly retrieve back the Deeper over the ground, looking for any deviations, any weed, any bars, any features that we want to fish to, or if we've seen fish jump in there, at the end of the session we want to find out a little bit more about it. It's particularly good if you're fishing in the winter, well any time of the year really, where you're fishing zigs and you want to find out the depth of the water that you're fishing over. So you cast it out, it says it's like 15 foot or whatever, so we can set our zig, if you're fishing fixed zigs, you can set it to 12 foot. You know, it's a real good tool, and I must emphasise the fact, the way I use it is not as a fish finder. You can turn on a little fish icon on there which will show you fish, but that's not what I want to use it for. I want to use it for as a replacement for a marker rod. I want to map out the bottom of the lake, looking for any features, snags, weed, whatever it is, a lot better than I could do with a marker rod and float, and a lot quicker with a lot less disturbance. I'm not moving that marker float up and down in the water column. I could be disturbing fish, couldn't I? Yes, it does make a bit of a sound, as you could imagine, that firing into the water, but it's just like a spod going in there, like a spom going in. You know, some fish will probably react to that and come to it. You can also raise the sensitivity so it's more defined, the bottom of the lake with the features, or you can take the sensitivity off. I mean, there's a lot of features on there. You can even record your casts, so you can record back and watch it back later what's happening with it. You've even got a weather app on there, you've got a calendar, you've even got a manual on there, so if you're having any troubles with any of the settings or you want to know a little bit more, you go into the app, press manual, Deeper Pro Plus manual, and it'll list all the different settings on there and what they're about and how to get the best out of them, which I think is a really nice touch. So you've got some help there. And also, if you're still having trouble with it or you want to find anything else out, go to the Deeper website, contact them, and then be more than happy to help you. Don't worry about missing any of these points or missing anything. I'll put everything in the description below in the comment section, so you'll be able, once you finish watching the video, you'll be able to go and click on there, links to the Deeper website, any more details that you might need to look up after you've watched the video. So there you go, that's the Deeper Pro Plus. What's the cons and what's the pros? First of all, the pros. Easy to use, brilliant graphics on the app, easy to connect up to, cast it out, you map your swim out really quickly. It just gives you a much better understanding of what's out in front of you. You know, it's to be used as a tool, just like anything else is, like a hook sharpener, like marker float, like a spom, like a spod. It's to be used as a tool. Technology, the way it is, it's only improving, and it was, you know, sooner or later a decent sort of castable echo sounder that can map out the bottom of the lake and any features, weed. It's going to help you immensely with that, like it does me. I don't use it all the time, I just use it now and again when I feel I need to use it, and I don't evolve my fishing around the Deeper Pro Plus. But as I said at the beginning, it's a tool to be used, you know, to help me. The cons are, it's about 200 quid. It's quite an outlay, but the way I see it is that it's an investment into your fishing. You know, it's going to give you quicker times mapping out your swim, finding those features that you can't normally find with a marker float. That's the Deeper Pro Plus, and I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you like this type of videos, then please don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell icon as well, and then you'll never miss another video. See you soon.